Hello, hello, all you beautiful faces. So today I have a guest, Miss Vikki. I'm so excited to get all this info to you guys. I'm really thrilled about it. Before we get into EHT and Neora and all of their product line and tell you guys all the amazing stuff, we're going to hear from the Word of God. And so today I am speaking to you from Matthew 4 and verses 23 through 25. And the word says, "And Jesus went about all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues, preaching the gospel of the kingdom, and healing all kinds of sicknesses and all kinds of diseases among the people. Then his fame went throughout all Syria, and they brought to him all the sick people who were afflicted with various diseases and torments, and those who were demon-possessed, epileptics, paralytics, and he healed them. Great multitudes followed him from Galilee and from Decapolis, Jerusalem, Judea, and beyond the Jordan." Now, I picked this strategically because we are talking about EHT. And you guys know I started sharing with you my EHT journey. And this is my friend Vikki from high school. I'm telling you, the Lord works in mysterious ways. And you could talk too.
Okay.
Okay.
Being quiet.
And who would have guessed? Like we didn't hang out in the exact same crowds, but the crowds would always end up together somehow. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? When back then the backyard party was the big thing.
Yeah.
And so we knew each other and we'd greet each other when we'd see each other and have little conversations here and there, but it wasn't like I never would have thought, like, if the Lord was like, you know, when you're 52, you guys are going to get together and I'm going to use her to bring some healing to your body. Like, I'm going to use her. I would have been like, you never see anybody after high school, you know?
Exactly.
And it's just so funny because we saw each other I saw her on Facebook and I just commented and she responded back and I was like, oh my gosh, she's still like as sweet as she was in school. That's what I thought because she was always so sweet. And I thought, oh, that's amazing. But I chose the scripture because, you know, the Lord does heal us and he will heal. He has healed me so many times. And, you know, some people may be thinking right now, well, then how could it be 13 years that you've had lupus and fibromyalgia and the things that you have? Well, you know what? I can't answer that. I don't get to decide when the Lord moves. I have faith, and my faith moves the Lord. Our sorrows, our fears, and us worrying about what's going on in our bodies never ever moves God. The only thing that moves God is our faith. But you better believe that God uses people like the people who found this molecule for EHT. And God gives people wisdom to bring forth healing. And even the Bible says there's healing in the leaves of the tree. And where did they find this molecule?
That's right.
In a plant.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah.
And so that was the first thing I thought of when she told me they found it in a plant, right?
Exactly.
And so, you know, that just coincides with the word as far as I'm concerned. So I wanted you guys to know that there are many ways that God can heal us. Some days it can just be as much as somebody coming and laying hands on you and praying for you. And if that's how God ordains it, then that's how it will be. And let me tell you, I've been healed more times than I can even remember that way. But for some reason, this journey's been different. But as you guys know, I've been taking EHT now for 35, maybe about 40 days, and I'm seeing improvement. So I'm excited to bring it to share with you guys.
Yay.
So Vikki is going to tell us about some of the products, and why don't you tell them first how EHT was found?
Yeah, absolutely.
And that will help them.
So EHT, here we just have a new box, and I don't know if you guys can see it. I know Pamela shared it a while ago, or about a month ago, and it actually was discovered by Princeton University. Princeton's lab, Signum Biosciences, has been doing research on it for over 20 years. Specifically,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing. And they found this molecule from the green coffee bean.
Isn't that
Yeah,
remarkable?
crazy, huh?
Hello.
So
Let's
it's
keep going. It's still
okay.
going.
It's not that you can drink a ton of coffee and have this help you. It
Molecule,
actually,
yeah.
yeah,
Or
it's
we'd all
actually
be
right.
buying tons of coffee,
Exactly.
right?
They've actually extracted this molecule that has all the healing properties from the green coffee bean, and they've put it in EHT, and it's just doing amazing things for people. My own mother, and I know you're going to hear from Pamela and her story, but my mother suffers, and we're
Yes.
not making any medical claims. This is
Right.
just my mom's story
Mm-hmm.
because this is a supplement, right? So we're not
Right.
making,
We can't, she can't legally, nor can Neoria legally make any kind of medical claims. But what we can do is come and tell you
yeah,
the testimonies of people after people, person after person after person after person, of what this has done to affect their lives.
yeah.
And that's what we're here to tell you about it, so that you guys can get it. You know, to me, I don't know about you, Vic, but when I was sick, I was like, you know, if God tells me to try it, I'm going to try it. I
Right.
remember at first I was just doing anything and everything I saw. And the Lord said to me one day, he said, if you keep going that rate, your family's going to be broke, number one,
yeah,
and you're going to be upset with me, number two.
right.
And he's like, I will tell you what to do and what not to do. And sure enough, little by little, as I've listened to him, like eating organic, taking certain grains out of your diet, um, now, look, I have not been perfect, and you guys know I'm not perfect, but for the most part, I eat that way. And as I do certain supplementation, it is making changes. But here's the thing, what I feel like is the minute that God brings an answer, the enemy also comes to attack and
for
try to get you to
sure.
think that nothing's happening. And I know that that's been the case with me, but go ahead and
Yeah.
go
So,
on. So,
so my mother's story was we had found out the funding for EHT at the Princeton lab. The big major contributors were the Michael J. Fox Foundation and the
amazing.
Alzheimer's Foundation. They were the big funders of the research for these 20 years, and as well as many other organizations. Rutgers is one of them,
Right.
Yale. But what my thought was, holy smokes, if Alzheimer's Foundation and Michael
Right.
J.
Are
Fox,
backing this
right?
product, then
It
they're onto something.
exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
And so I've had my mom taking it for 2 years now, and you guys, she has done 180-degree turnaround. I kid you not. That's her story.
Right. And I
Yeah,
told you guys the story before that John shared when I first heard the story of Neora, and it was Nerium was
right.
just switching over to Neora at the time, but she was to the point where she didn't recognize her when she came in the room.
Yeah,
and you got to tell that part of
yeah,
it.
but
Like,
I think I blocked that out, you guys. I didn't want to believe it or remember it, but my
yeah.
husband is one, John, who said, Vic, you know what? Your mom's not even remembering your name. She asked, who are these
Yes,
people when we
that's
walked
what,
in the
yeah,
hospital?
and
Ugh,
that's crazy. And now
horrible.
she
Yeah.
has full cognitive
Function, yeah,
recall and
recall,
function of everything.
memory, everything
Yes.
back. She's remembering everything. She's not repeating herself, guys. It is unbelievable.
And you guys know, Alzheimer's to me is the most demonic, crippling, and sometimes very rapid. It's not as rapid as, like, you know, some cancers are and stuff, but to lose a person's soul, it
Yeah.
literally takes your soul, your memory, your personality, everything about you. To me, just my opinion, is like one of the most demonic
Mine too.
attacks against a person.
Yeah.
And since I've struggled with memory loss, I've gotten small doses of how bad it must be for my mom. And that to me is the most exciting thing, that I was like, okay, if it's even helped one person in that way, then
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a shot.
Absolutely. And so, guys, that's why Pamela even tried it, because we're finding out people with all types of illnesses, they're being helped with it. They're noticing a change. I have a friend who had tremors in his arm all the time, and he doesn't have that anymore.
That's remarkable.
And again, this is his testimony.
Right.
We have some special needs kids that are speaking now, saying "mum, mum, mum,"
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
to their mother, with Mother's Day coming up,
Where they wouldn't have
where they
talked
weren't before. Yeah, there's YouTubes on that as well. It just goes on and on. I've had even people this, again, no claims, but a friend that was racked with depression for years and was on so many medications. She actually sent me a before picture and an after. She did the before and showed like 6 pills in her hand, and she sent the after, and all she had left was the EHT and one other pill. She had weaned herself off of all those other medications. So it's just doing amazing things. So I say it's worth a try. You know, there's a money back guarantee on it, 30-day money back guarantee on it. You're going to want to, if you talk to your doctors, they know about it. That's the incredible thing. They know about it because it's actually well known by physicians.
And Princeton is not like some small time little
right?
California State, junior college.
Exactly.
This is the big time.
That's it. And there's white paper, so we can get you all of that. White papers, peer-reviewed articles, and that's what doctors look at. That's and my parents, when we went to my parents' doctors to say, hey, is it okay that mom takes this? The doctor said, oh, EHT? I didn't know it was on the market yet.
Oh, that's so
absolutely
awesome.
Have her take it, and don't just do 30 days. You've got to do 90 days to really, because any doctor with anything will tell you got to try it for 90 days. But
and
amazing.
I'm so excited. I'm now just after 1 month of seeing the progress that I've already decided that I'm giving it a full year. I'm going to give it 1 full year. And if I'm like, you know what, with all the stuff that's happening in the world, and you everybody knows how I think here, but I'm seriously like, I'm going to buy 3 months at a time, get the discount, and have it on stock in case something happened, because we don't ever know when a massive earthquake could hit. These are the last days, you guys, everybody who's paying attention to anything, what's happening in the world is insanity. And we just don't ever know. Honestly, none of us are ever promised tomorrow, but I'm planning ahead because I'm like, I'm going to start when I can buy 90 days, I'm going to get it that day. And if next month we're doing well, I'm going to get the next 90 days, and I'm going to stock up on it so that if something happens, I have my supply of it. That's how much I believe in it.
Yeah.
But I do want you to share about the boy with the autism.
Yes. So I have a friend, a personal friend of mine. I actually wound up giving her a box. I said, I just want you to try it. I'm a Christian also.
She gave me one too.
I'm just
amazing. Which is like the best gift to me.
I mean, you know what? God, I believe too, wholeheartedly. God had his hand in this. Absolutely. I
agree.
On the scientists, on all of it. And that's why it's here today. But anyway, I gave my friend Rachel the box, and because money was tight at the time, and she said that she had been spending $700 every month on medication for her son, and he wasn't getting any better. And because of the memory and recall, and we know it's helping, what it's doing is helping repair your neuronal connections. That's what it's doing. You could talk to a doctor about it, but there's tau protein and all of that. I'm not a doctor. Just know that it's doing amazing things with the brain. So that's why concussion people also, I had a concussion, they're taking it. But her doctor told her, yes, I want him to try it. And so he's started taking it. And he actually, in the middle of the night, he's 14, was grinding his teeth. And he had his own bedroom away from his parents, but they could hear his teeth grinding at night. Yeah, how sad and horrible for him to do that all the time. And within a matter of the first week, she didn't notice anything. Then I called her back second week. Noticed anything yet? Because what we do is we ask you to journal, right? Just see, we're not trying to put words in your mind. You tell us what you're noticing. Yeah. So to me, that's real. Anyway, after about 2 weeks, She said, still nothing yet. The third week she called me and she said, oh my gosh, he's not grinding his teeth.
That's
Yeah, this is
remarkable.
amazing. And then on the fourth week, Justin came to her and said, Mom, I think this stuff is really working. He also has a sensory processing disorder, part of the autism that he has. And needs to focus on something, whether it's reading or a video game, he needs to have music in the background. He said, I don't need to hear my music in the background. I can focus
That's
more.
remarkable.
I know.
And a lot of people know that. A lot of severe autistic children will sit and have headphones just to help them to stay calm.
Yeah,
just to be able to be non-spastic, where they're literally screaming or upset, or it keeps them at a temperament for some reason. And he noticed the change in that.
Yeah.
And now, and then he decided he wanted to put it to the test.
Yeah, exactly.
So tell that.
Exactly. So he's been taking it ever since. He told his mom that I don't want to be off of it. So to me, yeah. So
well, he put it to the test. Remember when he stopped taking it for a little bit?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Yes. You're right.
Yes, I remember. I remember. I paid attention that day.
Yeah,
I was like,
listening.
Really?
Yeah. He did. He told his mom, let's stop it for a little while. Let's just really
Let's just see. Let's just see if it's really this, or could it be that I'm in some weird remission, or is it something?
And I get it. We're all skeptical.
Absolutely.
I am too. I'm like, I'll be my own guinea pig.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so he stopped. And one thing he noticed, there was no downside to taking it, because he told us a lot of medications that he's on, if he stops, there's withdrawal. Yes, something. He said he noticed nothing. But he did start to notice that he was being more forgetful. He wasn't.
And he wanted to go back to listening to the music,
Yeah.
which is, and he was like, I don't want to go back to that.
Yeah,
I remember you telling that.
Exactly.
I don't want to go back to having to rely on that when now I'm free.
Yeah.
And that, man, that just makes me want to cry thinking about it. Like, I'm not kidding. To have it. I have a friend in our family whose daughter is borderline autistic, and the struggle she has gone through with her has been like just insane. It takes such a toll. Isn't any of you guys know autoimmune is a invisible illness, and just dealing with that in itself, it doesn't just take a toll on the person who's dealing with it. It takes a toll on the whole family.
Yes,
this is affected. Like I say this all the time. I hate that my children only know me and remember me as somebody who's sick. They don't remember when I was like Mom Wonder Woman that was working 3 jobs, doing 6 ministries at the church. I was going until decorating my friends' homes, designing jewelry in between. I was doing all of these things, starting my interior design company. I was doing all this stuff, and I could go. And then I'd literally like stop at 2, I'd sleep till 6, I'd be up, automatic alarm, and I'd be going again. And people would be like, how do you do it? And I'd be like,
Wonder Woman. God.
Only the Lord knows that one. I can't tell you, but I'll thank him for it all the time. And now to only see their mom in bedridden so many times, it's terrible. So it affects everybody. And so it thrills me to no end to hear the testimonies of these products.
It's crazy amazing, and we just want the world to know about it.
Right.
I'm on a mission to make sure the world knows about this.
And I told her, I go, if it starts helping me, I'm signing up, because I would want to be part of that team, because Lord knows, I have tried eating for your blood type. I have tried going completely gluten-free. which I'm sorry, it did not do anything. And I have done completely all organic. I have done so many, like I can't even remember all the different things, certain supplements. I have done applied kinesiology. I have done the medication route. And all of it has, like, certain things of it has helped and done small changes. But you guys know my story. In this last 8 months, my life literally just took like when I started YouTube, I was up 5 days a week and down 2, and now I'm down 5 to 6 days a week and up 1. And it's just now starting to be where I'm getting more days up.
Good.
But when I first started this, everybody knows I had 6 days up in a row, which I'd never had in 13 years. So I was like, maybe my system got, it was so good for my system that it gave me that sudden burst. And then my body, I know with any kind of medication, I'm the type of person that it has to be like double doses, because I have a super high tolerance to everything, and I hate that about me. But I'm like, you know what, if I have to start doubling up on it, I would absolutely do it, because that's how much I want health.
Yeah.
And I don't care, but it's helping me and it is making a difference.
Yeah.
But here's some of the great things too, is they don't only just do EHT. They do a skincare line. Why don't you go ahead and share some of the other things they do?
So we're basically a plant-based company, and so that good. I love that.
All natural.
All natural. And so we have our original product before Princeton came to us was this night cream, and it addresses multiple issues at one time. This is all we had back in 2011 when the company launched. And I'm going to show you a couple pictures. This is actually me. I don't know if you guys can see very well.
You're doing good.
Over there, see that brown spot? I don't know if you can see that.
Yep.
But that was, look at that. It's completely gone. I'm not sure if you can see that.
That's amazing.
But completely gone.
And you guys know hyperpigmentation is really, next to bleaching your skin with like hydroquinone. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
It is. That's right.
That is proven to cause cancer. I mean, I'd rather have splotchy skin and use tons of makeup than do something on my skin that's going to cause me to have another illness.
Exactly.
But this is all natural.
Yeah, natural, plant-based. You can feel secure having your teenagers use it too. I'm going to show my friend also here, this beautiful Black woman, friend Deborah. Just so you know, it works on all ethnicities, men, women.
Look at the spots here, you guys. Like, I know you guys can see that because I can see it in the back. And look at here. Look at the difference. This isn't trick photography. This is not a bunch of lighting.
Yeah, no.
These are their own personal photos that people are doing. And look, you can tell somebody, when they're like right here. Look at the difference in her skin. I know it's hard with the camera to go back. Look at the difference here on her cheeks.
Yeah, definitely.
To over here.
And then the wrinkles too. So it works on this one product alone. So you actually save a ton of money. You're not buying multiple products that most people do. $30 for this, even at CVS, let alone the department stores and La Mer and Obagi and those really expensive lines.
And Suzanne Summers, which is like natural, but it's like insane.
Crazy. And it doesn't work the way ours works. So it's addressing fine lines, deep lines, emerging lines. So lines that haven't even come to the surface yet.
My gosh.
Yeah. Pigmentation, we talked about. Pore size. I talked to my esthetician. She said there's products out there, but none of them work on reducing pores. They'll sell it to you. But again, about being real, it doesn't work. So it actually diminishes the pores. And here, this is our eye serum.
Now, this looks like it's along the lines of Plexiderm. Kind of like it does what Plexiderm does. I've only heard of that.
Right.
So I've never tried it.
Completely different.
But all natural. Yeah. And not a bunch of chemicals that are like putting on a anti-inflammatory, which is basically the chemicals that are, now a lot of people don't know this. It's basically the chemicals that are in a preparation age, which is a hemorrhoid cream.
Yeah. And that's what you're putting under your eyes.
That's what you're putting on your eyes, people. And your face, your skin is your biggest pore, your biggest gland. You will absorb more through your skin in your lifetime than you put in your mouth. That is true. I found that out studying essential oils and how because I did essential oils only for a long time, and they did help. But now I'm to the point where I can put pure peppermint oil on my legs and I don't feel anything because my body is so used to it. And they told me when I started, your body, this is one thing that your body can never get used to. And I'm like, yeah. But look at these pictures, you guys. I know that it's going to be a little bit harder to see, but I'm not kidding you. They are remarkable.
And this comes from our Princeton lab as well. This is our eye serum, and it has two molecules
from
in
the
it.
eye serum.
2 patented molecules. One is addressing the fine lines and diminishing those lines immediately. So within the first couple minutes, it's crazy, but it's different than the ones you're seeing in the middle of the night because it doesn't change the pH of your skin. So exactly what Pamela was just talking about. It has a second molecule in it that is over time helping the skin in the under eye area so you don't have the dark circles over time. So amazing with that. We also have our eye patches. You can't see these exactly. Here's the box.
I know, I hate my camera. I need new equipment.
But
so
these
badly,
are clear patches that go under the eye, and
there it is.
There it is. They super hydrate that under eye area. So I've been on a plane and I've been wearing it. It's clear. So if I'm about, I'm on a plane and I don't want to have that puffy eye or where it's pooling, the liquid's pooling, it helps with that. If you're having a date night, I put those on. That's meant every week.
And she's been married a long time, girls, and she's still looking good for her man. Look at this girl, I'm telling you.
Thank you. And this is daily. This is twice a day, the eye serum. This is once a week. We have a double cleanser that if you talk to any dermatologist these days, they're talking about the fact that you should double wash your face. Well, who has time for that, right?
I do it. I sometimes triple because I get such dry skin from this illness. Like, I'm not kidding. I scrub my face in the shower with like one of those rough plastic things. Yeah. And when I go to put makeup on, I'll have flakes. That's how severely because of the lupus. And so I literally try to just like exfoliate and get it all off and scrub and scrub and re-scrub.
I want you to try this because it's an oil and water-based cleanser. Because as I mentioned, dermatologists are saying, wash your face with an oil-based cleanser. It's oil on oil, right? So it's going to pull out the impurities that we all have all over the world anymore, and makeup. You can get rid of buying an eye makeup remover. It's pulling that out and getting rid of it. We've even had people test it with a Sharpie. They put a Sharpie on, and it actually takes that off, but is not harmful, natural. Then you add a little water, and it fluffs up into a nice milky lather, and rinse it off. I kid you not, your skin feels so hydrated. So that's going to help you with those dry patches. So also, I have to tell you before we run out of time, we just came out with 2 new amazing products. We have a plant-based sunscreen now that is safe for the reefs. Yes. You know how they're saying all these sunscreens we're using, if you're traveling or you're in the ocean, it's ruining the reefs.
Well, and not only that, you guys, but I've studied this because I detox pretty regularly through Dr. Joshua Axe's program, and he is a Christian doctor as well, a chiropractor turned nutritionist, and their research has proven that sunscreen causes cancer as well. Yeah. So you don't want to be putting sunscreens on your body, and if you're using like 50s, which they're saying because of the sun intensity now, because of what's happening in the world, the intensity of the sun, how much stronger the rays are, that you would need to put like a 75 on to protect your skin because that it's going to cause cancer so much more rapidly now. Well, you don't want to be doing something the sun's going to cause it, and then you're putting on a product that's going to cause it, and then your body is just literally like a walking chemical plant. And
amazing. So that's why we didn't have sunscreen in any of our products. All those products we shared was that was the reason. We're a plant-based company. We didn't want chemicals in our products, but the world was craving for a natural sunscreen. So do you want to try it on?
Yeah.
So it goes on clear, you guys.
Oh,
it's nice. This little white dot, but it goes on clear.
Oh, I like that it goes on clear.
Yeah. And it gives you a nice matte finish. A lot of people
are not even feels really good.
I know,
honestly. Like I was expecting it to feel like goopy, like like how they feel sticky, and
I'll even put it on my face if you guys can see.
Oh my gosh, and it smells like the beach. I love it.
It's nice. My
Oh
husband's
my
been
gosh,
using
this is
it.
amazing.
It is
Yes.
SPF 40, but again, plant-based, natural. It gives you this matte finish, so you're not shiny, you're not goopy. You can put your foundation on top of it. So that's what I'm using it as primer now. I'm saving money on primer. I was
Right.
buying Smashbox primer. I know
Right.
we're okay
Yeah,
saying
now how much
names
does
here.
this sell for?
This is $44 as a preferred customer. As a brand partner, we get a better deal. It's 40 for us. But I pay that for my primers.
Right.
My primer, I'm paying that. And it's not
And
protecting
this
me.
is much,
Yeah,
this is a
amazing.
fluid ounce, one
Yeah.
fluid ounce.
So it's gonna go
So,
a long
but
way.
here's the thing, you guys. This is what we got to remember. If it's going to be something that not only helps your skin because it's plant-based, but it's also protecting your skin. I don't know about you. Look, I'm not rich, but I would much rather spend more and put
Yeah,
healthy products on my
exactly.
skin and live longer than save a few bucks and die earlier, because
Yeah.
I'm putting stuff that literally the chemicals are toxic to our bodies. Our bodies do not recognize all these toxins we're putting in. And what we're doing is, this is why autoimmunes are so rampant now, is because we're causing our immune system to work at 200%. 24/7, because it's not only in what we're putting in our skin, it's in the air we breathe, it's in the foods we eat. There is just, everything is full of chemicals. And then we're drinking sodas that are just pure fake sugars that are like 40 something grams of it, and our body is literally working overtime, and it's not how God designed it to be. So as we get smart about it, we're going to actually be saving money in the long run.
Exactly.
Because we're not going to be spending it on medical bills and other things that we would ultimately be spending it on.
Totally. And then the last thing I wanted to share was our new complexion clearing. It's really, you'll just see the N, which looks cool. Just trust me. It says complexion clearing salicylic treatment pads. Now, this is our 5-in-1 acne treatment pad. So I'm going to open it. There's actually little tiny pads, and you rub it on your face, obviously your neck. You can rub it on your back too. So you would add, for back acne, you would actually use it with our other products. It's meant to be layered on to whatever you're using. And I don't know if you, I'll give you your own if you want to try it, Pamela. But it smells really nice. Like, it hardly has a scent.
Yeah, I like that it doesn't
mild.
have that chemical scent.
Right.
Because if you look over on my nightstand, I have
Yeah.
oxy pads there for the nights that I really feel terrible, which I hate it because they're pure chemicals.
Right.
And alcohol, which makes the dryness. But when I feel so bad, I want to reach for something like this, because I don't want, I just don't feel like doing a whole skincare routine.
Yeah, so
but it feels nice.
It does, right? And what I like, that there's hardly any scent. There's no alcohol in it. We can get you the ingredients, but again, it's natural ingredients. And it's actually, for those of you that have acne out there, and they say 50% of the population still struggles with it.
Okay, watch this. I have to show you this right now. Now, they're not going to see it, but you're going to see it. Look at the dry skin here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm taking one of these pads. Something just told me to do that. Now, look at this arm compared to this one. It is taking off the dry flakes.
Yeah, because it exfoliates.
Now you have something else to tell, because I am not kidding.
That is awesome.
And you did it yourself. And I just thought, I'm going to rub this up my arm and just see, because when I put it on my hand, I noticed this hand looked as good as the sunscreen hand. And I was like, wow, it looked like I just moisturized. But now,
that is amazing.
This is, look at, she saw the dry flakes.
I did. It was dry.
It was white and dry. And now, well, it's giving me, like, it's
goosebumps.
tripping me out.
Yeah.
Like this. Now, see, I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't done it myself right here, because I was like, people know I come on here and I'll tell the truth about products, but this is blowing me away.
Well, and it's funny you mention it, because they're saying even people without acne, it's a great exfoliant. It's going to help you exfoliate, and then your makeup goes on better.
And it did it right. That's
cool.
See, this is what I want for before my makeup, because I deal with those little, like, I put on my brows, and when I take my spoolie, little flakes of skin are like flying off, and it's like, oh
it'll help
gosh,
with that.
Lord. I'm just always thinking, like, I'm so glad they can't see this on camera, but it's still, no one wants to go out looking like that. Yes.
And so what's nice,
remarkable.
what I didn't tell you though, this also came from our Princeton lab. So it has decades of science behind it. We've been working on this for 3 years, this formulation at Neora. And the molecule Fort Sig, you can actually Google it, SIG-1459, was featured in Newsweek. It works better than benzoyl peroxide. That's the main acne ingredient that's out there. But they're saying because there's no alcohol, it's calming to an acne-ridden skin. It's great for all of us that need exfoliation.
I'm totally convinced
amazing.
by what it just did for my arms, because I literally, you guys know me.
That is crazy.
I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it myself. And now I'm so glad that you got to see it, because now when you're sharing, you'll be like, we were doing a video and saw the dry skin. It's gone. I mean, it's not on. Look at you guys and see it. It's not. There's nothing. It took the skin right off, the dead skin.
And now you'd want to put. We have our firming cream on, but we, I feel like we've told you guys enough today.
No, we could go on, because people are going to want to hear this, and I think we should probably go a little bit deeper, because I don't know when we're going to get to do a next video, and trust me, the people who are really interested will stay and watch.
Okay.
So tell them about the crepe cream.
Yeah. So this firming cream, and
this
you don't
is what
need
I
to
want
see
to
the
get
box.
for my husband.
Yeah. So
well, let me hold it while you're talking about it. You can show it that way. Maybe I can get it. Let me see if I can get it to focus there. My camera.
That's fine. Yeah.
I know,
and
so bad. But
if you have crepey skin, actually, let me find
my husband does. So I'm so excited to do it on him.
Look, that is one arm, the before picture. Look at the middle. That is within 60 to 90 days. Because
that's remarkable.
And then the after, it looks like a totally different person. But I actually met this woman up in Reno, so I know it works. So our firming cream,
that's remarkable. And see, that's something that is hereditary too. My husband get that. My kids used to always, with Tim's mom just passed away last year, but when she'd come down, she'd have this little flap of skin like a turkey, and she'd be like, oh, the kids would play with their turkey neck, and she'd be like, you can play with my turkey neck. I've dealt with it after all these years, And then she was in her 70s, her early 70s, when my kids were small, and maybe even late 60s, but my husband is only 63, and he has terrible crepey skin here and here, and he gets it from his mom, and she even had it terrible on her legs. And so I'm like,
so now you have something that
I'm so excited to try this.
If any of you out there have had babies, and maybe you're a tiny person, doesn't matter, big, tiny, small, whatever you are, this was a tiny lady, and she was actually is a nurse
out
here in California. And look at her results. She had
stretch marks from the babies.
From the babies. And then look at her after. And then it even got
remarkable.
Better. Yeah, amazing. Let me show you.
It's remarkable.
It helps with cellulite as well. So there's the before, and look at the after. And we have thousands of pictures, guys. If you go to 90daygallery.com, you'll see even more pictures on all of this stuff. Amazing.
And you can. Here's the thing, you can, to buy all of this. Now I want to tell this is the greatest thing about the company. If you were to buy every single one of these, now they also have some chews, which I've actually tried.
Yeah.
I love the honey lemon, I think it was, that I liked. I'm trying to remember which one it was. There was one I liked and one I didn't like at all.
I think you probably liked that one. I think it was this one. Sleep chew.
And it was actually delicious. But yes, it was the other one. I was like, I had to chase that down with some water. But I mean, hey, if it's helping, I don't care. But these are all natural. One is to help with sleep, and I know I have tons of people on here dealing with insomnia like me.
Yeah.
And then this one is the wellness for energy.
So sleep and energy. They have adaptogens in it. And I was just talking to my daughter, she's a nutritionist, and she said adaptogens are just plant-based ingredients, like reishi mushroom is an adaptogen, and so that's in this. Reishi mushroom, ashwagandha root, those are adaptogens.
And I can tell you guys, I am allergic to mushrooms.
Oh,
and I took it and I did not have any kind of, so it is not a kind of mushroom, at least for me, that gave me any kind of adverse reaction. And I was really concerned about that.
Right.
Because I know that the reishi mushroom is also in some skincare where people are like, oh, I don't want to try it.
Oh,
because, but it is in some skincare formulas.
But
so
it does
I
help.
didn't have any reaction to it.
Yeah, it actually helps balance your cortisol levels. So actually, if you're taking both of these, this helps you sleep, gives you energy naturally, way better than a Red Bull or Monster or anything like that. Plant-based. There's no spike. You're not having that spike from those drinks
from
and
caffeine,
then the crash.
And then the fall quick.
But it's more importantly, it's balancing your cortisol levels, which has to do with stress. We're all so busy that we lead stressful lives, whether you're at home with kids all over the place or you work full time. And so this is helping balance your circadian rhythm, and that's the natural sleep-wake cycle. So these have been huge. My daughter was just raving about
which I can tell you guys myself, that is another benefit. The Nerium does this. The EHT brain formula does that as well, because everybody knows I was literally the person on the internet in the middle of the night answering my comments. I would answer every single comment. Well, I'm sleeping every night now, and there's only been like maybe one day a week that I'm having where I'm up all night, where I used to be up all night every night.
Yeah.
And I would literally be falling asleep about 4:30 in the morning. Now I'm literally having nights where I fall asleep at like 11:30, like last night. And
good.
So it's changing.
So awesome.
It's also changing my sleep patterns. But what's great about this is, tell them how much it costs if you buy all of this individually, and then if you get the package deal, the difference.
So we have 16 products in the United States now. We just added the acne pads and the sunscreen. And so in the basic pack, it's 13 products.
It just excludes the pads.
Right.
The crepe cream.
You did remember
I know.
well.
I'm telling you, that's what the God thing.
So it's just excluding those.
These three. These are the two new products, so they weren't included.
So
and it originally did not include the firming cream, which made me want to cry.
I know. But you can always
just buy
add
it,
that
because
later.
you're always you're getting such a deal that you can get this added into your price.
And we forgot to tell you too, there's our Youth Factor antioxidant powder and drink that it is in there. But that pack is normally, if you bought it all separately, $950 and change. It is only $500
if you buy it all at once.
Right.
So I know I had to talk to my husband about it. At the time, you guys know, we haven't had work, and we're just now getting work back in. And so there is going to be the point where I am going to do that, and I'm going to get every single product, and I'm going to be using the product, because I believe in it. And you guys know me. I'm not coming on here to sell you guys stuff. I'm not going to kiss the rear end of any company. If I don't believe in it, and I don't see it for myself, and I don't believe it, then I'm not going to come here and try to do it just to try to get free products from a company. I'm not that way. I have to answer to the Lord.
Right.
And I take that very, very seriously. I take it very seriously. So I wouldn't be telling you guys this stuff if I really didn't believe it was worth listening to, especially the EHT. And the ones, I'm not gonna lie, the ones that I'm completely sold on are the pads, because I just tried it, and like I was thinking, I don't know when she told me about this, because you can go get pads for $5, and like right now, since we're broke, I always go to money. You know, when you're struggling, you're gonna go there. But now that I've seen what it did to my arm, now I'm like, I have to have these. I'm sorry. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what it just did for my arms. The firming cream, because when I saw the pictures, that is one of the hardest things in the world to cure, is crepe skin. And I'm sorry, I've been watching those crepe erase commercials, and I haven't seen people having the same results. And this is natural. Yes, you're putting a bunch of chemicals on that. Seriously, chemicals wear off. Plant-based stuff is forever. You've got to remember, one is made by God and one is made by man. And so there's a big difference there. Your body is going to heal and keep and restore by one of them, and then one your body is going to ultimately reject because they're chemicals.
Yeah.
So you choose, what would you rather have?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
I
follow
know.
the movie
Natural.
star, and yeah, I'm with
Yeah,
you. I'd rather
exactly.
follow Vic anywhere with the all natural bit,
Yeah.
you know, and get the stuff that my body's going to receive in actual bring healing. It's not going to be once the chemicals go out, all the creepiness is going to be start going bubble, you know,
Right.
back, because that's your body will actually receive it because it's what God intended for us to use.
Right.
So
right.
there's a big difference there.
Yeah.
So this, I would definitely the night cream, like
Yeah.
the
The
results,
night cream.
seeing the age spots and the things that the hyperpigmentation, I have severe hyperpigmentation, and I have it. I don't have makeup on my neck. You can see
Oh
the
yeah.
hyperpigmentation.
Yeah.
I have a scar here that is white that I put just right here. When I
Right.
film, I put a little bit around it. I don't go over it, but I put
Right.
concealer around
I
it so that
see.
it doesn't make this look so white.
Right.
But
There's
I
one.
get that darkness from
Yeah, from all the sun. Right?
sun, and from, like, I don't know, but it comes here, and it's literally across here, and then it stops right about my chin, and it's like, oh, I cannot stand it. So
Yeah.
to
I
see
might
the
have you do a
results,
Luma Boost too. I forgot. There's so many products, you guys.
right?
It's awesome. The Luma Boost helps brighten the skin also and get rid of
Really?
We add it to the night cream, but we'll talk about
Yeah,
that later.
definitely.
Yeah.
But
So,
there is something that you can add with it as well. But the great thing is look, if you can't do it, tell them about the money back
oh yeah, money
guarantee.
back guarantee. As a customer, you can try any of the products for 30 days, and we call it empty bottle, empty box promise. So you can
Which,
use it
how
all.
many
I
people
know.
tell you this? How many companies go, okay, come and buy this eyeshadow palette,
Yeah.
and you could literally pan it in 30 days, and then you can come tell us you don't like it,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to give you your money back,
Yeah.
no questions asked.
Yeah,
No
they don't
one.
do it. I got
Mm-mm.
laughed at. I actually I did my own test. I went to a store that's famous that starts with an N, that
We won't
their
mention any
return
names.
policy
He's the
is
best,
wonderful,
yeah.
right? So I went in and asked him, I wanted to buy a skincare product. And I said, if I use this for 30 days, you take my before picture, and then I'll take my after. And if I decide it doesn't work, will you give me my money back? And she laughed at me. She went, lady,
like,
yeah,
really?
she's like, you use the product. But that's what Neora does, that we beg you to take your before picture
Yes, do
and
it.
then try it and take your after and prove it to yourself. That's why we have all of these,
And I'm
honestly.
determined to be one of these pictures that she takes to meetings, or that I get to
Yeah.
hold up at my own someday and be
Yes.
like, this is, I lived it.
Yeah.
This is what my neck looked like. This is what it looked like prior.
Yeah.
Because especially dealing with lupus, but like, I'm not like, I can't stop staring at these little pads sitting here. I have them sitting on the computer, and it's like I'm just literally blown away at how good this is. That I'm looking at it,
I
looks
know.
like I moisturized
Yeah,
my
it
arms
does.
because
It
it
does.
took every single flake. Like, there's a couple tiny little flakes, but I guarantee you, if I just kept going over it, every flake would be gone. But like, I'm not kidding. There was big stinking
Yeah.
white flakes on my skin.
I'm glad you did that.
I
Now
know.
I do
Well,
have a new story.
It was
Yeah.
so God, because I was just thinking, run it up your arm for some reason, and I was like,
Wow,
it's just
that's
the Lord.
cool.
So, I mean, I'm not kidding. I really believe in this, you guys, and I wanted you guys to meet Vikki too, so that now when this video goes up, I'm giving her full privileges to come answer questions that anybody may have. Her phone number and all her information is going to be below.
Perfect.
And you know, you never know. Our next video may be me becoming a representative and
That would be
us telling it,
awesome.
which I'm like really kind of excited about, because I even in my own mindset, I think, okay, how could it happen? But I've seen the difference in this product. I know the difference in what it's doing in my sleep patterns and in my memory. Even my family is like, I go to log into, I'm on the computer so much, you guys. I have to keep certain logins the same. I mean, I do have several different passwords I use, but I switch them up, and I hate when it's time to change my passwords.
Me too.
Because I have to keep going to my stupid book that I write it down in, and it's misery. Well, I was literally getting something in Ulta, and their code was like 15 letters with numbers and letters. And I actually remembered one.
Oh,
And I
wow.
was like, oh, I just remembered a code. I didn't
Yes.
copy and paste. I remembered it. And I couldn't believe it
That's
had been
amazing.
it had been years since I've done something like that. So I wouldn't tell you guys something if I didn't honestly believe it, and I want you guys to know it. I know this is a long video, but we're going to be doing some more. We'll give you some more individualized as we get some more. And as I get into the products more, you know, it's like my birthday this month.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I think I'm gonna have to treat myself to something today for my birthday. I'm all, you know, us girls can do that. So I'll have something else to share with you, and you guys know I'm going to take you guys along this journey with me so that you guys can see it for yourself. You guys have seen me without makeup. You guys know what I look like. And I will get down and nitty gritty with the camera and the details too. So you guys can actually see. And I'm gonna have to decide what to choose today, but I really believe in this product, you guys. And
so do I. So
I know,
because I wouldn't share it. I wouldn't have shared it with you.
Right.
You know, you're sharing with friends. I don't do that lightly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
These
very
have
serious
to work.
because
Yeah.
you have to.
They have
You're
to
talking about something that honestly we all don't think about this, but we are going to have to give account to the Lord one day for what we decree. The Bible says every idle word you speak, you will be judged on. Well, a lot of people think that means flippant words like cuss words or things like that. No, when you look up idle, idle means what you declare, what you decree. What are you stating to be fact?
Yeah.
So we're going to be judged on that. So I take very seriously sharing with people about things because I'm going to have to answer to the King, and he is my King, and I take that very seriously. So I wouldn't be sharing it with you guys if I didn't believe in it. And the fact that you can get the crepe cream, do it for 30 days. And if you don't see a difference, you can be like, here you go, Vic.
Yeah.
And tell them about this will be the last thing what we'll close with, but tell them about the rate of what your percentage rate is on returns.
Oh yeah. It's less than 0.1% return rate.
And what did the company sell last year?
Oh gosh. Well, we've done 2 billion in our 7 years. I don't have
remarkable.
the statistics, but 2 billion. You don't do that if with a great return policy, right?
With a return policy like that,
you just don't. Yeah.
And to know that a company that they did 2 billion in 7 years and their rate of return is less than 0.1%, like hello. That is a company that is making a difference, you guys. It is. Because look, come on, go to Sephora, stand there and watch how many returns come through the line every day, and people are returning stuff. And you know, the reality is we're dropping a lot of high dig on all of these products, and we're still seeing the same old face in the mirror every time we go. And the same flaws and the same things, but let's give something a try that's all natural and actually see that will ultimately in the long run cost us less because we are using less and getting actual results where you're not just thinking. We're, you know, come on, let's all admit it. Look, I have like 8 subscription boxes probably. No, maybe not that many, but the majority of the stuff that comes in it is skincare and makeup. And you know, yes, there are some certain things that I can see when I put an oil on my face where I don't get up and have like real dry skin, but I also wake up with a sheet of oil on my face that I don't normally have.
Right.
So, you know, if I went back to oily skin, I could have that for free. Do you know what I mean? I just have dry skin now, unfortunately. But the reality is there's always side effects to what they're pushing on us. But this is all natural, and you get a money back guarantee. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to put it in the comments. Vicki and I will both be answering. I'm going to list every single product in the description box so you guys know. This video will not be up today. The day we're doing this is the 9th, right? Today is the 9th. But I'm going to try to have this video up in 2 days, but I'm going to have it all listed and scheduled to, I'll probably put it up on Friday. So I want to have it all done. I'm going to have to work on getting everything done and listed for you guys. And that takes a long time. You guys know I don't usually do that stuff, nor do I remember to put it in there. But now I'm remembering some things. So I will have as much information there that I can have for you, but Vicki's and John's number will be there for you as well. And then maybe someday you'll see Mom there.
Yeah, maybe.
But thank you for coming today. I know, it's so good to have you, honey.
Fun.
I know.
This was fun.
So, and we'll be back again to do another video soon. We love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.